Check. Check. 1. All right. We are on stream. Trying a new setup out. I got the camera now pointed on my desk here. So I'm going to be drawing manually as opposed to on my iPad. I think the drawings are going to be a little bit better. Let's hope so. I already started kind of warming up, doing some of the drawings I did last stream. So yeah, what I normally do to warm up if I'm not like drawing something is just like draw circles, draw hashes, just kind of loosen up my wrists. I was actually drawing earlier today, sort of like a commission, although not really. And yeah, I feel pretty good after that. So I kind of feel like I'm ready to dive in. Oh, you know what? Let me upload the reference photo that I'm drawing. Let's see here. Also, let me know if my mic gain is too high, because I feel like it's picking up a lot of extra noise, and I don't want that. So just let me know. Okay, so this is plate 4. Gonna browse. Okay, let me just move that. Rotate. I'll put that up here. Okay. So we're working on plate 4, and the last one I did was the grouping on the right. There's 2 rows of the same ear, so rows 1 and 2 are the same, and rows 3 and 4 are the same. So I ended it with finishing row 2, ear 2, kind of like a battleship. So I'm going to be doing row 2, ear 3. I also have the book right here in front of me, so I'm not drawing from my computer screen. I'm drawing from the book, which I prefer. So that's why I'm not going to be looking at to refer to the drawing. And I kind of do feel like I'm going to be drawing better. Just kind of automatically. I'm drawing in ballpoint pen, by the way. This is just a random chase pen. I just kind of feel like it's easier for me to draw physically in pen or pencil or whatever. Just because that's what I've practiced the most, and drawing digitally is a whole other set of skills, I think. Skills that I'm not really even seeking to improve on, since my preference is drawing in person. That looks okay. Okay, so from this, I'm to make the ear, second row, third column. So let's try to adapt this into that. I mean, not perfectly, of course, but the general idea is there. I'm really trying to make an effort to not ghost my lines, you know? Not have a whole bunch of starts and making the drawing kind of like very sketchy looking. So I'm doing that by trying to kind of slow down, which I feel like I've said countless times before, but you know, sometimes we're our own worst inattentive listeners. So it's been a while since I streamed, but I have been drawing. I haven't been doing the plates. I save those for stream. But like I said, I was drawing earlier today, portraits, and I don't know if I've noticed a difference since starting the plates, if I've gotten better or not. But I do feel like I've slowed down as far as the way I approach drawing a little bit more, which I think is a good sign, because any kind of high achievement requires a degree of preparation. I was watching the Thursday night football game right now, and just kind of thinking about how these guys practice for months, and then during the weeks leading up to the game, and each play is like 8 seconds long, and they do all that preparation to achieve something in those 8 seconds. So, you know, there's a lot that goes on behind the presentation, you know? Yeah, I think that looks okay. I think the middle part here is a little bit darker. I really love drawing with ballpoint pen. There are some people on Twitter who have mastered the pen, the ballpoint pen, and they draw realistic looking objects and photos and people, and it's just amazing what they can do with a ballpoint pen. And just like a Bic, you know, just kind of like when you buy at a store. It just takes a bunch of practice, you know? So right now I'm just going over and darkening the spots that are darker. And I think that contrast really helps to bring the drawing to 3D. And I've always said that, like, I'm not going for perfection. And I know, like, this isn't the actual, you know, way you're supposed to be doing the plates, right? It's supposed to be done on charcoal or even pencil. But I've always thought I'm just gonna do it my way, you know? And that's gonna bring me the most satisfaction. I mean, I don't think Monsieur Bargue is going to mind if I do them in a different way. He might, I don't know. It just feels so much better drawing by hand, which is what I'm really used to.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. And I'm really happy that I have the plates in a bound printed version as opposed to on my computer. I just prefer physical media, you know? It's more tactile. I feel like I engage more with it. I have it with me. It's not gonna disappear in the cloud, in a cloud of smoke. Just something very visceral and complete about it.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every day, once a day, give yourself a present. Don't plan it.
Give yourself a present.
Don't wait for it. Just let it happen. It could be a new shirt at the men's store, a cat nap in your office chair, or 2 cups of good, hot, black coffee. Like this. A present. Like Christmas.
Okay. I actually think I'm gonna be completing the plates faster, doing them, drawing them by hand.
Nothing like a great cup of black coffee.
I don't know why, because my setup is more complicated than it is when I'm drawing on my iPad. I don't have to have a light source or my phone on a tripod or the book next to me on a book stand. I'm even thinking how I might need like a second light to get rid of this shadow here, you know? What's kind of strange is I'm just thinking about the way the top ear sets you up for the bottom ear, because the top ear is like, or the first drawing is the large shapes and the basic outline, and the second drawing is the more rendered 3D image. And it's just kind of funny because something I recently found in my own drawing was, you know, it's not just about copying the shapes. Because what happened was I was drawing a portrait and I was using the grid method. So I had set it up in a square quadrant. That wasn't the same across. Like there's four quadrants, and so I was, cropping the reference so that I was drawing a quadrant at a time. And when I finished and I looked at it, yeah, it was proportional and the basic big shapes looked okay, but it also sort of looked kind of stale. I don't know about robotic, but the essence of the reference image was not captured as I was drawing the big shapes. So that's kind of like a little lesson I learned today, that there's something that goes beyond correct proportions and blocking and whatnot. And capturing the essence of a reference doesn't require perfect one-to-one copying, and in fact it's probably worse for capturing the essence if you do try to copy exactly. Although people who draw realistically, yeah, that's kind of their goal. But that's not my goal. There's no way I would want to do that. Just like some people are probably like, there's no way I want to copy 170 plates of a drawing course from, the 1860s or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do it. I was drawing in pencil earlier, which I don't normally do. And I mean, there's a few reasons why I don't really do it. The first reason being, I just prefer how defined pen is on the page. Like, I like that look. Whereas pencil is, a little bit more light and smeary and whatnot. I mean, it's hard to get like good transitions between lights and darks with a pen. You gotta do like hatching and do the work of basically an etching. But I just like the way that pen looks. Or like when I draw in pencil and I go over the lines in pen, that's a good feeling, because it feels like it's coming to life, It's like I'm giving life to it. And so that's the first reason. And then the second reason is because I've been trying to get into the habit of not erasing ever. Or at least, like, I don't want to be slowed down by feeling like I need to do things perfectly before moving on, Because I know myself, and I could spend all day on perfecting or trying to get as close to perfect as possible for something that isn't really helpful to me in the long run. Oops, I made that too dark. I'm just gonna add more ink to this side to even it up. I don't know if that works. It's fine. I don't know if you heard my dog. He gave a really big sigh right now. He's in his bed. Okay, I think I'm ready with this one. So yeah, I am liking the physical drawing. I mean, there's a bunch of issues still to work out, including, accidentally kicking the desk like I just did. And also, I think my phone is autofocusing. Which I don't really want it to do. But I'm using Video Ninja to stream from my phone, and I don't think I could change my video phone settings from there. So I might end up just using a different, just like using an app. I forgot what was the one I was using before. It's like the most popular one. But I think otherwise, I mean, I enjoy it more, even if my iPad is a lot more convenient to set up the stream. I feel like I learn more drawing in person. It's just more fun too. This is a little off. I think I drew the width a little bit too big. Oh, I'm gonna do this one again. You know what? I think I'm too far away. I think that's skewing my drawing here. I was tilting back, and so I'm drawing like an optical illusion version of the reference. I wanted to draw also using some of my fountain pens. One of my hobbies is collecting fountain pens. I mean, I don't collect as many now because it can be kind of an expensive hobby. But, you know, they're fun to use, and I have them, so I might as well use them. But the thing is, too, that, you know, I feel like I have to use waterproof ink. I mean, I don't have to, but, you know, if I want to just spontaneously add some watercolor or anything, like, the ink has to be waterproof. And so I just tend to always use waterproof ink. And at least in my experience, it doesn't really flow that well unless I water it down. But anyway, it's still fun. I like how much leniency ballpoint pen gives. Like, I can draw the lines light and not need to worry about whether I drew it correctly or not. Like, this is a very sketchy drawing, but I can just go over it again and clean it up, which is cool. You can't really do that with fountain pen, because ink is just there, you know? You can't get different values out of the pen. Although one of the pens I use the waterproof ink in is a brush pen, and it's cool because if you water it down, then you can get like a pretty light lay down of ink, and so you can just kind of like watercolor, reapply it layer after layer to get different values of dark and light. I don't have any scientific data to back me up, but I kind of feel like practicing with brush pens is good practice for drawing or painting with brushes, which is something I haven't practiced. I haven't really painted. I've used watercolors, but nothing like acrylics or oils, or even gouaches. I haven't painted with gouaches before. I don't know. I'm still working on drawing. I'm okay with that. I have fun. And that's like 90% of why I do this. I'm having fun. I'm just going to use my reference for the second drawing. I don't really know how many ears I've drawn before this play. I couldn't tell you if I've drawn any ears. A lot of what I've practiced since drawing, or since starting to draw, has been figure drawing. And so for ears, normally I'm just kind of like drawing like little loops. But I think one of the intents behind the course also is to have I guess like a set of, or a working memory of like parts of the figure, so that when you're drawing and so like as you're drawing, your I guess your muscle memory kicks in, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I've drawn an ear before. Let me look at this, and I remember there's a shadow inside the canal or above the canal or whatever. And yeah, I don't know if that actually does happen. Like, one of my goals is not to be able to draw from memory. much a separate thing, like a separate skill set that I don't really want to practice. But what I do really want to do is more urban, on the road, on the street type of drawing. You know, pick up my travel set of watercolors and go. That's sort of one of my main goals. I mean, I could do it now, but I don't know what, but I could do it now. I guess it's like a mindset, you know? Like, I wanted to be able to focus on capturing whatever it is I'm drawing, as opposed to, like, figuring out, am I in proportion, or is my perspective off, or, you know, it's harder to work in the field as opposed to at home where you're at your desk and the conditions are more controlled. I feel like I'm in a position where I learn more and I gain more from this settings, as opposed to, you know, being on a sidewalk drawing. Plus, I'm also like an anxious person, so I don't think I would be able to relax into that drawing mindset just yet. Although I have drawn on location, and I do take a little notebook where I go out to somewhere where I'm anticipating having some downtime. I think that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I really want to make sure I get the outline of the outer ear really dark so that really pops up. Is that in focus? Okay, this is the last ear. I bought this notebook at Daiso, which is like Japanese 99-cent store, or Japanese Dollar Tree, and it's huge. Like, let me show you my regular sketchbook for reference. So this is what I normally draw in, and this is what I'm drawing in for stream. But I think it works because there's a lot of space on the page to maneuver, you know? I actually kind of put it aside for that same reason, to draw on stream. Okay, last one. carried away with this one. I didn't start with a size reference, so it's getting shaped as I'm drawing. This doesn't even look like an ear to me. I mean, as I'm drawing the lines, I'm not thinking ear. I'm thinking line, line, line. Happy Thursday, by the way. I don't think I said that. 1 week from Thanksgiving. I've never really been a big celebration person, and Thanksgiving is like, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of down on it. It's just, I don't know, I don't get excited about it. I guess I didn't really have that good of a time growing up. You know, like, if I had a really amazing Thanksgiving when I was a kid, maybe I'd be more inclined to like it, but I think if you don't really feel close to your family, it's kind of hard to enjoy Thanksgiving. I think it's probably my case. I don't really feel close to my family. Like my extended family. I'm pretty good on Christmas, though. I like Christmas. I like the month of December. I like the Christmas spirit, the season spirit. It feels very peaceful. It's like the most peaceful month of the year. Things are a little bit more relaxed. At least that's been my experience. I guess also because presents when I was a kid. I don't really get presents from my family anymore. What's funny is I've never realized, you know, at what age do you start giving presents to the adults who gave you presents when you were a kid, you know? Like, I don't think I do that. Which is kind of unfortunate because you know, they're they're giving you a gift, and if you're not a kid, then you should reciprocate it. Maybe that's why they stopped giving me gifts. Like, why are we giving him gifts? He's old. And he's not a kid anymore. But I mean, like I can buy stuff and get what I need. Not like when you're a kid where it's like, if you're gonna get a Nintendo Switch 2, it's gonna be during Christmas, There's no chance of you buying that on your own when you're like 8 years old. The problem with the way I'm drawing with ballpoint is everything's kind of like the same value, and I think that diminishes the quality of the image. There's not enough contrast, to make the image appear three-dimensional. I might redo this one. I think I can do it better. Let me pull up the reference. Yeah, you see the kind of like smudginess here. Like my lines aren't precise. I think I could do that better. And you see how this is all thick, and then here, on the reference, it's thin on top right there.
We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
I think I could try that better.
Mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Probably works better actually to have the reference blown up like that. So yeah, like I mentioned before, this is going to be a short stream. I just wanted to finish Plate 4 this week at least. This is the last drawing of Plate 4, so I'm going to finish it before I leave tonight. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming the rest of the week. And I'm not sure what my schedule is for next week because of Thanksgiving. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, I don't know when I'm gonna start and finish Plate 5. But, you know, I will get to it. And there's no rush anyway. Yeah, I think I've said this already, but it's so much easier to draw when I'm drawing with the pen, with an actual pen. I mean, my setup is a lot more involved, but it's worth it. Because this shows I don't have a permanent setup. Like, even this desk that I'm using is a foldable one, because I don't have a lot of desk space, and well, basically that. And I don't have a, you know, camera arm for the overhead shot. I have a just regular tripod, so like a small tripod that I put on the desk, but that kind of, you know, takes up a lot of space on the desk. So, I mean, that might be a stream improvement later on, buying one of those arms. I don't think they're that expensive. Maybe even have like a permanent desk set up too for streaming. But anyway, okay, this is the last drawing of Plate 4, and this is probably the last drawing of the stream. I already did it, but I can definitely do it better and with fewer ghost lines. Okay. I think that's better. than the first one I did. Yeah, definitely better. It still doesn't look like an ear to me, but it looks like the reference, which is good enough for me. So yeah, plate 4 completed. I'm excited. Okay, the next plate. You can't see this because I'm turning the page on the book here. Oh, it's drawing a foot. That's gonna be fun. I think it's getting to more like full size parts of the body. Okay, so feet. So like the next 5 plates are feet, and then go into hands. Hands. Some pretty interesting rendering going on. It's gonna be a challenge, but it'll be fun. More hands. And then arms. Cool. Well, if you want to follow me and watch me as I continue this journey, don't forget to follow, and yeah, so that way you're notified when I go live. And why not do some drawing? Hopefully become an artist master in probably about 4 years time. That's probably a generous amount of time to complete all these plates, but it's possible. It's possible. Alright, well, thanks very much. Thanks for joining. Take care of yourself, be well, and I'll see you all later. Bye.